Ladies and gentlemen, it is with pleasure to announce the arrival of Yang Berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris. Please be seated for the Sabah Maju Jaya song. Thank you.
Bersatu padu serta merdeka, negeriku yang aman harmoni, transformasi dikecapi dinikmati, satu aspirasi, satu destinasi, visi dan misi milik kita semua. Sabah maju jaya dalam Malaysia. bangkitlah kita bersatu menjadi teguh negeri Sabah, bumi yang tercinta. Tanah tumpah darahmu, ayo kita jadikan negeri kita terus terbilang maju jaya dalam Malaysia dan di seluruh dunia. Satu aspirasi, satu destinasi, visi dan misi milik kita semua. Kita sayang Sabah, negeriku tercinta, bersatu sehati ke harapan.
Let us acknowledge the presence of the following distinguished guests. Yang berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris, representing the guest of honor Yang berhormat Dato' Haji Yaakob Khan, Sabah Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berhormat Dato' Sri Panglima Surveyors Haji Safar Untung, Secretary of State, Ms. Izana Saleh, MDEC Board of Director, Madam Siti Baya Damsal, President of SWEPA, Madam Karen Wong, Vice President of SWEPA, Mr. George Tatim Tulas, CEO of Sabah Credit Corporation, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to the Malaysia Digital Dialogue Sabah. And my name is Ophelia Domingo and I am honored to be your Master of Ceremony on this sunny Saturday. The curtains are down, so I'm not sure what the weather is like outside. Hopefully sunny. To all the guests from outside of Sabah, we wish you Kopi Vosian and Selamat Datang ke Negeri di Bawah Bayu. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a full program lined up for you today. And after the speeches and launching of the Malaysia Digital Dialogue Sabah, you will be presented with 6 talks related to digitalization. If you have not stopped by the exhibition booths outside of this hall, please do visit them during lunchtime for many exciting products and services. After lunch, you will have an option to attend the breakout sessions, which is located on level 5, or return to this hall for 2 dialogue sessions. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver her speech, may I please welcome Madam Siti Bahaya Damsal, the President of SWEPA. Madam Siti, please.
Thank you, MC Ophelia. It is sunny outside. Okay. Yang berhormat Senator Noraini Idris, Political Secretary to the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Sabah, representing Yang berhormat Datuk Yaakob Khan, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Sabah. Yang berhormat Datuk Sri Panglima Surveyors Haji Safar bin Untung, Sabah State Secretary, our keynote speaker for today. Yang berusaha Puan Izana Saleh, Board of Directors MDEC. Yang berbahagia Tuan George Tatim Tulas, CEO Sabah Credit Corporation. Yang berusaha Puan Karen Wong, Organizing Chair Lady and Vice President SWEPA. Member of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to speak to you this morning, to welcome all participants to Malaysia Digital Dialogue, brought to us by Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation and joint organizer SWEPA, Sabah Women Entrepreneurs Professionals Associations. I would like to extend a special welcome to our guest of honor, Yang berhormat Senator Noraini Idris, representative to Yang berhormat Datuk Yaakob Khan, Minister of Science, Technology, Innovation of Sabah, who will be officiating the dialogue today, and Yang berhormat Datuk Sri Panglima Surveyors Haji Safar Untung as our keynote speaker. Datuk Sri, I know we can't wait for your presentation today, with your vast experience in this digitalization platform will benefit all of us here. I would like to share our story journey in organizing this grand event together with our strong partner, MDEC. Our friend from MDEC, Carol, and my Vice President, Karen Wong, actually initiated the idea to have this Malaysia Digital Dialogue in Kota Kinabalu about 2 months ago. When Karen shared with me if SWEPA would like to be part of it, I immediately said, yes, why not? After all, SWEPA main objective is to bring women entrepreneurs and professionals to the forefront in the economic development of the state and nation. And this is the right platform for SWEPA to network and create a new partnership. SWEPA has been supporting MDEC initiative by channeling and sharing with all its members, especially in the areas on digital transformation and adoption. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so proud that MDEC has chosen Kota Kinabalu as the first journey for Malaysia Digital Dialogue 2022. Yes, we are proud because Sabah is the best destination actually. Thank you, MDEC. SWEPA and MDEC made a great team to achieve the objective of the event. They are to elevate awareness on digital technology, knowledge, and trends, tools, and advisories to help the SME in Sabah adopt digital technologies to improve, expand, and generate more income for their businesses. To showcase and amplify business digitalization initiatives and services. We have received strong support from state government, GLC, and private sectors. My gratitude and thanks to Sabah Credit Corporation, Sabah International Convention Center, Sabah Tourism Board, Maxis, and Grandis Hotel and Resort for your contributions in making today's event a successful one. To the participants, we hope that this event would be a source of inspiration, innovation, and power to your digitalization. Last but not least, I would like to extend my congratulations and big thanks to Team MDEC, led by Puan Nolida and Carol, and team from SWEPA, led by our capable organizing chairperson, Puan Karen Wong. You have worked tirelessly in the past 2 months. Kudos to all of you. I know it's not easy when you organize events, but thank you to all the team, and thank you to the SWEPA, MDEC, everyone behind it. And with that, I wish all of you have a fruitful dialogue today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Siti, for your speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, flying all the way from Kuala Lumpur to join us this morning, I would now like to invite the MDEC Board of Director, Ms. Izana Saleh. Please put your hands together to welcome the MDEC Board of Director for her opening remark.
Thank you, Saudari Pengerusi Majlis. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera dan salam keluarga Malaysia. Yang berhormat Senator Noraini Idris, Political Secretary to the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Sabah, representing YB Datuk Haji Yaakob Han, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Sabah. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Haji Safar bin Untung, Sabah State Secretary. Yang berusaha Puan Siti, President Sabah Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals Association, SWEPA. Yang berbahagia Tuan George Taitim Tulas, CEO Sabah Credit Corporation. Yang berusaha Puan Karen Wong, Organizing Chairlady and Vice President of SWEPA. I would like to begin by expressing our deepest appreciation to the guest of honor, Yang berhormat Senator Noraini Idris, Political Secretary to Sabah Minister of Science, for officiating today's auspicious occasion. It would be such an honor on behalf of MDEC if we could invite YB Minister and also YB Senator to visit us in the headquarters in Cyberjaya to see how we can further strengthen what's being built today. I think today is a beautiful start to a strong relationship, and I hope that we can foster that even more moving forward. Thank you also to Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Haji Safar for being with us today. Earlier this morning, we had a quick chat in the holding room, and I'm really excited for your keynote. There's a huge depth of knowledge that was already imparted earlier, which I'm sure will get a stronger flavor later. To the SWEPA team, thank you so much for working together with MDEC to organize Malaysia Digital Dialogue JOM #Saya Digital Sabah. I hope that this collaboration will be one that's forged for a long time in the name of further empowering and emboldening the capacity of our women professionals, not just the ones here today, but also the ones that we will build together moving forward. Today's one-day program is focused on empowering the participation of Sabah-based MSMEs and is expected to raise the digital awareness amongst the local business community. With a 26-year track record of successfully leading the ICT and digital economy growth in Malaysia, MDEC's aspiration is to firmly establish Malaysia as the digital hub for ASEAN. Through our various initiatives, MDEC is accelerating the nation's digital economy growth, ensuring it is inclusive and sustainable, focused on key drivers, namely empowering Malaysians with digital skills, enabling digitally powered businesses, and driving digital sector investments. As such, MDEC hopes and we're sure that we can lead the nation into the new decade as the region's preferred digital economy, contributing almost 20% to the country's GDP, which is the highest amongst ASEAN nations, and 30% to the ASEAN internet economy. As we have regional aspirations, we need to ensure that every Malaysian is equipped with the adequate digital skills and also the knowledge to thrive and contribute to this evolving digital economy, which is really the present of our lives today. Ladies and gentlemen, as the internet becomes increasingly embedded in our lives, in fact, I'm sure in your hands right now is the smartphone. Nobody's got it hidden anywhere. It is more critical than ever to ensure digital literacy for everyone. With Malaysia Digital Dialogue Sabah, the digital literacy and technological adoption for the people of Sabah, particularly among entrepreneurs and business owners, we hope that it will be nurtured and in fact increased. For the past 5 years, Sabah has seen a significant change in the development of entrepreneurship. At the same time, we recognize that the effects of the pandemic has been particularly difficult on local businesses, not just in Sabah, not just in Malaysia, but around the world. By leveraging on programs such as today's event, we hope that local MSMEs would be given the necessary boost and insight to adopt digital technologies, which will enable them greater access to wider markets. We hope that our efforts today, MDEC's efforts, will provide a vital opportunity for Sabah entrepreneurs to be at the forefront of this digital transformation. Our partnership with SWEPA is a crucial component to ensuring the digitalization of Sabah entrepreneurs, which is why I hope this is not the end of it. This is the start of a longer relationship together. I've been informed that since 1983, SWEPA has since enhanced the professional and business development of women entrepreneurs in Sabah, as well as fostered goodwill among the Sabahan businesswomen community. Given your track record, we are able to seamlessly work together in developing a program that can substantially uplift the digitalization journey of Sabah businesses. Based on our conversation last night, also Puan Siti, Puan Karen, we understand that there's majority businesswomen compared to professionals, and it's very reflective of the nature of the world today. You can have a professional license, but at the end of the day, everyone's looking for more income, and that's where the entrepreneurial streak strikes, as they say. MDEC is proud to be part of this collaboration, which will enhance Sabah business, and we hope that with time, help them become Malaysian champions on the broader national and even international level. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, one of the key elements in accelerating digital adoption is to engage with business communities with the objective to increase the digital awareness. Today's dialogue is part of a larger, wider Malaysia digital initiative to encourage and attract companies, talents, and also investments, while enabling Malaysian businesses and the rakyat to play a leading part in the global digital revolution. This strategic initiative that was launched on 4th of July this year succeeds the MSC, Multimedia Super Corridor Initiative, that serves to create a substantial digital economic spillover through equitable access to digital tools, knowledge, and of course, income opportunities nationwide. Considering the changing economic landscape, it's extremely timely for us to adapt to the changing trends and what we call the new normal. With a new and enhanced framework, what we call Malaysia Digital, we seek to transform the nation's digital capabilities and boost the digital economy via introduction and execution of many of our Malaysia Digital catalytic programs, or what we call pemangkin. These projects are set to evolve our digital economy capabilities and capacities, raise Malaysia's value proposition for digital investments, and nurture technology sectors with significant commercial and economic potential. We look forward to sharing with all of you what Malaysia Digital has in store for Sabah soon. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude today's opening remarks, I would like to thank everyone for being present here today to make this event a success. I know the ladies of MDEC and SWEPA, they worked very hard till late last night. I checked and they're like, oh, the hall looks good, everything's in order. At MDEC, we will continue to work with the Sabah state government and of course other key stakeholders in East Malaysia to ensure the rollout of Malaysia Digital is aligned towards the values of Keluarga Malaysia, signifying inclusivity, togetherness, and of course, contentment. We will always support and look forward to more collaborations in the future with the beautiful state of Sabah. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much, Ms. Izana, for your opening remark. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest will be presenting a keynote speech. And before I invite him on stage, allow me to introduce our keynote speaker. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Surveyor Haji Safa Untong is the current Sabah State Secretary. Prior to that, Yang berhormat was the Sabah Land and Survey Department Director. He obtained his bachelor's degree in Land and Survey from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, Masters in Business Administration from University Malaysia Sabah, and Masters of Science in Land Administration and Development from University Technology Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Surveyor Haji Safa Untong to deliver his keynote speech. Yang berhormat, please.
Terima kasih, Puan Pengacara Majlis. Yang berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris, Setiausaha Politik kepada Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi Sabah. Puan Izana Saleh, Board of Director MDEC Sdn Bhd, Puan Siti Damsal, President SWIPA, Puan Karen Wong, the Organizing Chair Lady, Datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian. First of all, I would like to thank SWIPA for inviting me to deliver the keynote address. The paper a bit technical. And hopefully I can simplify this presentation so that the business people, especially SWIPA, can understand what is the government agenda and transforming into a digital transformation. A capture from findings from the net, from World Economic Forum, October 2022, companies now face an urgent choice. You only have two choices. One is to go digital, second is to go bust. And next slide, please. And going digital now is a compulsory. It's no longer a choice. It's a requirement. Next. I introduced this tagline, I think about 8 years ago, the 5A. Being the government servant, government officer, we must be accessible by anyone, anytime, any way, using any mobile device. So it is no longer accessible only during office hours. I receive a message midnight, then I have to respond that message. I have to provide the solution. I just came back from Umrah 3 days ago, and I signed a few letters digitally from Mecca and Medina. So that is the concept of 5As. So we begin the transformation when I took the office late 2019. So we formulate a 5 years strategic plan. We begin with the digital automation. You know, digital automation is just simplifying the process. To automate the process is not a fully digitalization program. And we are moving into a digital transformation from 2020 to 2021. And now we are at the era of digital innovation. So we want to make the state public service as the center of excellence. We are the backbone for the businesses, we are the backbone for the citizen when it comes to digitalization. And hopefully, just before I retired in 2024, hopefully we can see a Sabah digital government. So moving into that journey, we evaluate, and there are few plans that produce at the national level, a blueprint for a digital economy, Malaysia, and also the strategic plan, digitalization of public sector, 2021 to 2025. But for the state government, we decided to create a Sabah Digital Innovation Plan 2024. And these are the final report. Our finding, the gap analysis done not only on the public sector, but which include all the businesses, the citizens. And from this final report, we formulate our transformation plan. So our progress so far on the government sector for the year 2020 to 2021, we targeted 138 apps, application, and we managed to develop and deliver 215 digital apps to simplify the government process. And out of 215 application, 136 application is between the government and government, meaning that between department to the ministry, between ministry to the ministry, between department and department. And there are 42 applications from the government to the citizens. So meaning that you are using that apps, you can communicate with the government department using that apps. There are 42 already developed now and ready. 15 application government to the businesses. So meaning that from the business people can communicate with the government. They have 15 apps already developed. And 9 apps for the government to their employees. And the rest are the combination of government to citizen, government to businesses, government to government, and government to businesses, and government to government, combination of government to government and government to citizens. Along that 2 years journey, we define what is the desired future that we need. So we create Sabah digital model. We have decided to create our own digital transformation model. And we believe that our problem, our country problem, is we are not able to share the data. Our problem is data sharing. Our problem is data sharing. So we make the data strategy become the solution, and we call it a powerful data strategy. We don't believe on centralizing the data. We believe that everyone should be able to share their data to provide a solution to whatever problem that we have. So the framework. So the impact is on the social, economic, and the environment well-being, the engagement, adoption, and service delivery excellence. For us, being the civil servant, our main duty is to deliver the services to the rakyat, none other than that. So we have to deliver the services 24/7 under the tagline of 5 A's. Improvement. So we have to improve and optimize in every aspect of the management and data sharing. So the issue here is how to address the data sharing among us, among the citizen, among the businesses and among the ministries, department, and government agencies on the government side. At the moment, we manage our data in silos. But we are more than happy as an individual to share our personal data to Facebook, to Twitter, to whatever. But we are not willing to share our data to the government, to our business friend, and to others. That is our problem, and we need to solve this problem. So we decided to develop the data integration and interchange platform. It's ongoing. Now, we call it DIP, D-I-I-P. This is a data integration and interchange platform. I want the data from that ministry, I collect another data from that ministry, but the data is not belong to me. I integrate it on the fly through this platform, and I get the result. Sorry, a bit technical. So why we need the exchange platform, data exchange platform? Our data is in silos. Everybody managing their own data. And when they develop this data is with cost. And they are not willing to share that data. Immigration department, National Registration Department, the local government, the forestry department, the ministry. We keep on repeating, creating the same data. Any data that relates to the citizen, which is the unique ID, is the IC number, nomor kad pengenalan. All those data is everywhere. And it's unique. It's unique everywhere. You can find it in Dewan Bandaraya Kota Kinabalu, you can find it in Land and Survey Department, you can find it everywhere. Everywhere you can find it. But still, we didn't share that data. So, the challenges is efficiency of our services, especially on the government, is hampered by data silos. The data silos prevent us from effective transfer of online solution. And we in Sabah, the state government of Sabah, believe that data silos only can be resolved through a data exchange platform. We don't want to own your data, but we just want to use your data. You know? If you want to centralize, you have to collect all those data and then manage by the authority, the single authority managing the data. So we believe that is not the solution. So I mentioned just now Sabah digital exchange and integration platform, DEEP, become a backbone of the digital government initiative. So far, from my own research, I found out that only 2 countries that successful in doing this data sharing on the fly via the data exchange platform. One is Estonia, and the second one coming up, surprisingly, is the state of Kerala, India. So these two, I'm really impressed on their success in data sharing. That it mentioned just now, when we have this so-called a backbone data exchange platform, so all the SME, the businesses, can request the data from any state government agency over this platform, over the apps. And the citizen also can access to the government. Example, the one citizen, they want to know what is the zoning of their land or the inherited land. Then you just access through this platform, and then this platform will assign to the authority, to the department. In the case of Sabah Town and Country Planning Department, and they can access. They just wanted to know. They don't want to own the data. The moment you want to own the data, the government will put the price tag. You can see it, but you cannot have it. And if possible, you want to make it, you cannot even screenshot on your mobile device. So some of the banks that already use on the bank statement, they didn't allow the screenshot. Unless you take another handphone, then you take photo of that, then you can have the copy of that. So those kind of technology now is available there. Yeah, you can try, maybe, on your bank statement, you try to screenshot, you cannot screenshot, it didn't allow. So those kind of technology. The deep functionality in implementation, like I said, a bit technical. I'm being a technical person, but I don't have any. I was not trained as a IT. I'm just like you guys, that I learned IT from the net, from the internet. I don't have any formal education on IT, but all the government project that under me is decided and designed by me. It's not designed by the vendor, because we know what we want. Most of the failure because vendor designed for us, and they didn't experience, they didn't know what we are doing. We should be the one who design and determine what we want and let them. So the architecture, this is the architecture of data exchange. So in this data, in this deep is the data administration, data exchange, data monitoring, data managing, we manage. So when to how do we deliver that data? And we simplified the data. We group that. We have a lot of data. We have a lot of data everywhere. Everywhere, the data, So, I'm not going to explain in detail the transformation map. So this is the transformation map. We are creating a digital profile for the citizen, and we also creating a digital profile for each company, the businesses. So with one unique reference, At the moment, what we have, our unique reference number to each citizen is our IC, 4-digit plus 2-digit plus 4-digit, the 10-digit reference number. That is the unique reference number to a person. And we are creating the Sabah electronic ID with maybe, I asked them to provide 100-digit reference number. So when people ask, I give you an example on the ethnic group. We know we have more than 30 over ethnic, but nobody can answer the question, how many rungus now at 12 noon today? Nobody can answer. Nobody can answer. So we must be able, with this reference, we must be able to answer that question. How many Chinese in Sabah? We can answer. But when I ask how many Hakka in Sabah, nobody can answer. And then it took them 1 month to count how many Hakka in Sabah. You know, that is analog. But when we have this reference, the parents Hakka, the father Hakka, the mother Hakka, and then the son automatic Hakka. That's the reference number, one of the coding in that 100 digit. And when we want to know the numbers, we just retrieve that code. And in a split second, you know, oh, the number is 10,200, blah, blah, blah. Then you can get the answer. So we are also building a digital marketplace, The digital marketplace is for the farmers. You can market your product even before it's matured. You tanam chili, you know it's matured in 3 months' time, then you can start selling, advertise at our marketplace. You can estimate how many tons that, then people can pre-order, pre-book. So that's the digital marketplace. Currently, the prototype of safe smart tourism is already completed. We are going to launch soon the apps and few other application. Next. Then, like I said, our main problem, not only in Sabah, is for the whole Malaysia, or maybe even in the world. Our problem is data. So we group the data into 3 groups, only 3 groups. One is people. We need to have a unique reference number of each people in Sabah. If we don't have that, if we didn't know our citizen, how do we manage our citizen? If you don't know your subject matter, how you want to manage the subject? So in this case, our subject matter is the people. The people. Is that correct that Sabah is the poorest state in Malaysia? It's not supported by the real data. It's not translated that the veggie, the fish that they get it from their kampungs, not translated into dollar and cent, maybe. Because to me, hardcore poor, you didn't assist them in 1 week time, they will die. That is my definition of hardcore poor. They didn't die. They still survive. So, people, know your citizen. And the second database, we call it a data hubs, that required is a business data hub. When we have this data hub, we know our economy. We know our economy. There are a lot of businesses that uncaptured because they never access to the financial institution. So it's not calculated as part of the GDP. Orang yang jual sayur tepi jalan, all cash term, apa dia dapat dia beli di kedai, it's not captured. We didn't calculate. We don't know how to calculate their income. It's not captured. You know? So, business, we must be able to know our economy. And the third one is land. All development is mostly on the land. And land is always relates to the location. So, our finding, at least 80% of the data attached or connected to a location. So if I want to monitor my own movement using a Google location, so me as an individual is attached to the location. So whatever element in the smart city or smart nation or smart state or smart country is always associated with location. Whether you want to predict the disaster, you predict the weather, you predict whatever, is always attached with the location. Smart lighting, water management, smart CCTV, smart town, whatever, is always attached with the location. That's the importance of location data hub, that we call it Sabah Geo Hub. Sabah Geo Hub works alongside with the people and businesses, business hub, alongside with people hub and business hub, to support digital government with more integrated data. So it's my dream that on the handphone, on your iPad, you can visualize in 3D, because the real world is in 3D, not in 2D. So when you surf or search any maps, any location, is always in 2D. So it's always my dream that's why we are creating a 3D Sabah, and it's already completed. 3D model of Kota Kinabalu city is already completed. 3D Sabah for the whole Sabah is already completed. You can navigate, you can fly through the digital. So sandbox, app store, and data store. Next. So our transformation roadmap. So data is always remain the core strategy for the Sabah Digital Government Initiative, and the deep as an exchange in integration in exchange or interchange platform, and the digital ID for the citizen and for the businesses. Now, if you want to search one person, how many businesses he owns, you have to search to 27 local authority for the trading license, and you have to search to the registrar of company to check whether this person is a board of director or shareholder of any company. You know, it takes time. With this one, with the digital ID, it's easy. I enter, you click, I enter your ID, I know, oh, he owns this enterprise, ABC Enterprise, CDE Enterprise, from Tongot, from Tawau, from... But it's always our life is not transparent. This is the ideal situation. So where are we now? The current status of a few applications, especially digital marketplace and smart, safe, smart tourism, currently that riding on deep, we already developed the deep, the exchange, interchange platform is already completed. It's already completed. And we are at the trial stage using the real data. Okay, I can share you. This is the login page for our deep interface. The dashboard is ready. It's pending for the data. The data people logging in, then we can analyze. And yeah, this is deep. Welcome to Sabah Data Integration and Exchange Platform. It's ready. And hopefully, it will be matured before I retire. Those are the login page. Yeah. Okay, next. So the deep interface on Sabah My Info, the conceptual Sabah digital profile page. So this is on the profile. You name it, whatever, that anything, data about Sabah. So that's the profile. Then you fill in the starter module, and it will be auto-populated in our data exchange. Next, your personal data platform. If you're willing to share your personal data with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those, we hope that you can share with the state government also the same data. So it's easier for us to manage the data. So on the digital marketplace, a fully integrated marketplace is beyond Alibaba, is beyond Bukalapak in Indonesia. We want that, the element of government data also can be shared in this marketplace. Most of the marketplace that we have now is only information on the businesses, among the business people. Not so much on the data from the government. So you see on the bottom line there is the data from the ministry, department, and GLCs. Next. So the business platform, this is the prototype. We already created the Sabah Business and Investment Portal. We call it Biz Sabah. And we also created the mobile apps for the Sabah tourism industry. It's ready, available. We are going to launch soon. We call it Sabah Safe. So our dream on the Sabah digital marketplace, the user will be Sabah businesses, Malaysian businesses, and international businesses. Business digital ID portal, they can register. Estonia, we can become a e-citizen of Estonia. We can apply online. We become a citizen of Estonia, but just for the purpose of businesses. They call it e-citizen. So in business exchange. Sabah Business Digital, is already awarded in December 2021. We are going to launch before. In most of this program, application, whatever that shown here, is developed in-house, and also if it is not developed in-house, at least the architecture is designed by us, and we ask the vendor to develop based on our architecture. Next. Our dream, a virtual engagement platform, so we don't require to have a conference like this to exchange idea. So we can have a virtual exhibition, merchant profile, virtual engagement between business to business. That is within the scope of our marketplace. Virtual meetings, but we already used to it via Zoom, via Google Meet and all those. And digital directory with the data. So on the BIS Sabah benefit, it will be a centralized data that we capture from other data. We make it centralized data so that you can have a one-stop business matching. Next slide. Yeah, on the top left, that you can have one-stop business matching virtually on the net. And you can continue your business without going to, without traveling to the other parts of the world. And adopting the concept of 5 A's, on demand at any time, anyway, because our time zone is not the same, It could be 2 a.m. in the morning here, but noon on the other side. So, and the most important thing is that, we are connected globally and with a fast growth. And space, a physical space is no longer our limitation. You will have an unlimited participant. Next, sustainability for the SMEs. Our focus is environment. Our priority is social well-being. And our benchmark is a good governance from both sides, from the government side and from the business sector side. And as we know, sustainability as the trust for Sabah Maju Jaya. So everybody knows that this is the Sustainable Development Goals by United Nations. Next. And the strategic approach that we include in deep is Action Center for Sustainable SME and UN Global Compact, United Nations Global Compact, and SME Corp. Next. And this is a conceptual workflow. You will have a login page, the Sabah Business, the Sabah SME, log in to the page, and application for the sustainability assessment, a business profile, assessment of the result, collaboration, and we purposely put the Sabah credit there. If anybody wanted to borrow money, loan, whatever, for the SME and the relevant agency, or grant, or whatever, we put it together in the BIS Sabah business portal. This is the architecture of Sabah Safe. Next. So we will highlight all the apps. I always mention to my officers that when we create the apps, it must be user-friendly. And what is my definition to user-friendly? User-friendly, you don't require training to use it. I never attend training to use Grab apps. I never attend training to book my Asia flight. That is the definition of user-friendly. But most of the government department, when they create some system, something, and then they have to call their client and in training to use it. So that is not user-friendly. And that is not a good application. Next. Sabah Safe, a mobile application, merchant module, reporting. You know, if they have problem, they can just click the button, and then it goes to the authority, police, and all those. E-wallet will be incorporated, and we also integrate with the Sabah Deep. So meaning that with this application, they can spend money even before they come to Sabah. Next, safe smart tourism. So we are going to list out the certified Sabah Safe store. You know, they will participate. They will participate. Sabah Business and People digital ID. So upon arrival, they install our apps, then they can start using it. You know? So the content in the Sabah Safe is always dynamic. You know, we can add on whatever that services. So the store able to transact via Sabah Safe e-wallet. So it could be we are using Sabah Pay for the e-wallet. Product and services display on that apps on their phone. Okay, next. So Sabah Business and People Digital ID is to develop a specific initiative for the benefit of the people, and among them are giving, basically government giving this bantuan kebajikan, overlap and repeating with the same target. Ada pula tu sudah mati pun masih dapat bantuan, you know, because we don't have that data. So this is done during COVID-19 when the state government giving assistance to the rakyat, to the B40. They also listed as farmers, and also listed, the same person also listed as hawkers. They also listed as fishermen. And we want to make sure that we give one-off bantuan, not 3 times to the same person. And we just create a simple solution, and we are able to screen. And they are only entitled for one assistance or bantuan. Okay, Datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, our learning experience, you know, hopefully I can learn more from MDEC, you know, I can learn more from you, but this is the learning experience from us in Sabah. The answer and the question is still data. Why data, and what are the way forward? So why data? We focus on trust. You have to trust the government to share your data to us, and we will share the government data to you in order for you to analyze the data and make decision for your business. Getting the information for the people and business to trust the Sabah social economic ecosystem. Outcome focus is not only output focus. We want to see the outcome. We focus on the outcome. Effective governance is the ability to be certain government aid and services is delivered to the right people. Are we really delivering the government assistance, the government aids to the right people? I mean, that's the question to the public servant. Sometimes you just see the list, they just register, I'm e-kasih, but dia punya anak satu doktor, dia punya anak satu engineer, but still listed in the e-kasih. So actually it's not the responsibility of the government. It should be the responsibility of their son and daughter to support their mom in the kampungs. You know? But they are listed and government still give assistance to them. So we are hitting the wrong target. Data will reduce silos and provide insight to be a better government. So the way forward, change is challenging, and driving change is necessary to ensure adoption, showcase, as I demonstrate earlier, and we also need to understand, the government also need to understand what is the business community needs. We really need to understand what is your needs, not what you want. Kalau mau address what you want, memang semua mau, ada subsidi ka, ada bantuan ka, that's what you want. But actually, what is your needs? Then the needs, the business needs. Policy changes, data governance, and all those. Okay, Datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Concluding remarks. Key takeaways. Number 1 is data strategy. Number 2 is data hub and exchange platform. Data group into 3 group. 1 is people data, second business data, and then the third is location data or geo-hub data. Strategic roadmap, and hopefully the social economic transformation in Sabah can be realized through this digital transformation roadmap that we introduce in the state government of Sabah. With that, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat, for your very insightful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now with great honor to welcome Yang Berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris to deliver the speech of our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Yaakob Khan, the Sabah Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang Berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris is the Political Secretary to Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Yaakob Khan. Yang Berhormat Senator, please.
Terima kasih Puan Pengerusi Majlis, Puan Ophelia. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Insinyur Haji Safar bin Untung, Sabah State Secretary. Yang berbahagia Puan Izana Saleh, Board of Director Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation MDEC Sdn Bhd. Yang berusaha Puan Siti Bahaya Damsal, Presiden Sabah Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals Association, SWEPA. Yang berbahagia Tuan George Taitim Tulas, Chief Executive Officer of Sabah Credit Corporation. Yang berusaha Puan Karen Wong, the Organizing Chair Lady, cum Vice President of SWEPA. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam keluarga Malaysia dan salam Sabah Maju Jaya. I'm here representing the Honorable Minister YB Datuk Yaakob Han, who was unable to attend today due to some other commitments. Nevertheless, he sends his warmest regards to all of you here and pray that the event today will be a successful one. I will be reading his speech on his behalf. First of all, I would like to thank Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation MDEC for bringing this Malaysia Digital event to Sabah, and kudos jointly organized with Sabah Women Entrepreneurs and Professionals Association, SWEPA. The state government of Sabah aspires to make Sabah a high-tech state. Hence, this event is in line with Sabah Maju Jaya strategic plan. I am very pleased that MDEC has chosen to hold this event at Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, as their first Malaysia Digital Dialogue Tour. We are very proud this event is being held at the prestigious Sabah International Convention Center, a beautiful venue located right in the city, overlooking the crystal clear sea and with our majestic Mount Kinabalu in the background. I'm sure all of you share the same feeling, and that is why you are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the digital technology revolution has changed how we live and altering lifestyles, habits, social norms. It has also changed how people communicate and learn about the world, not just through books, newspaper, or television, but through Wikipedia, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, just to name a few. If it weren't for the COVID-19 pandemic, we wouldn't be ordering our food online, meeting online, learning online, attending wedding or funeral online, and so on and so forth. The whole digital landscape has suddenly expanded beyond the closed borders in the pandemic period. All this digital technology can only be a good thing for us if we are well placed to take advantage of the technology. As the minister who is responsible to build up the technology in Sabah, we have always looked ahead, tried to look beyond to keep our economy open and to use technology to overcome our physical constraints. As I said earlier on, the event is in line with Sabah Maju Jaya. It will be made possible through the ministry's 2022 until 2025 strategic plan. Ladies and gentlemen, my ministry under the Jendela program, Jalinan Digital Negara, also aims to ensure Sabah will be fully covered with 4G network in 3 districts, Kota Kinabalu, Tawau, and Sandakan, to have a 5G network soon. We are confident with the joint effort and direct support from the Federal Science, Technology and Innovation Ministry, Communications and Multimedia Ministry, KKMM, of which MDEC is under KKMM agency. I'm sure the enhancement of internet connectivity as well as the wider usage of digital technology in the state of Sabah will be executed smoothly and yield the desired outcome of the Sabah Maju Jaya strategic plan. I am very pleased to share with all of you here the ministry's main focus. Firstly, the Sabah Maju Jaya plan is to focus on the strengthening the science, technology, innovation, and economics ecosystem with the government agencies, academia, industry players, and community. Secondly, outlines effort to drive the development of digital infrastructure and technology towards a creative, innovative, and competitive society. Thirdly, to manage competent and adaptive human capital through research and development and sustainable governance. Apart from the above, internet access will also be expanded, especially to remote areas, so that rural communities are not left behind the technology. This will further increase the percentage of digital literacy, thus boost the state's economic growth. I am glad to see Sabah Credit Corporation's involvement in this event. Sabah Credit Corporation has been vigorously promoting digitalization electronic transaction system. With the implementation of Sabah Pay application, we can make our utilities payment via this app. We are also beginning to see such an entrepreneurial culture in Sabah via digitalization. E-commerce business is a way to continue and sustain in the business world. There is no more limitation to our entrepreneurs as long as they are innovative and creative enough to explore the whole world of digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, the government will continue to support and to provide more resources, build the necessary infrastructure, create schemes to encourage entrepreneurs, professionals, individuals, corporate, and people of Sabah to embark on digital business. But we need you to step forward, to spark the bright ideas, to make progress on the challenges and contribute to our economy. I was made to understand all 5 breakout rooms are fully booked later in the afternoon. I believe the speakers will inspire more young people to come on board and chase their dreams. Last but not least, I would like to extend once again my congratulations to MDEC and SWEPA, the organizer, for organizing Malaysia Digital Dialogue 2022. With that, I'm honored to officially launch Malaysia Dialogue Sabah 2022 today. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Senator. Please remain on stage for the official launch. I would now like to invite Yang Berhormat SKN, Madam Siti, Madam Karen, Ms. Izana, and Mr. George to please come on stage to join the guests of honor.
I was reading the ministry's speech, written speech. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to launch this event, as we count down, Yang Berhormat Senator will place her palm on the iPad. YB Senator, are you ready? And whenever you're ready, just place your hands on the iPad. A round of applause for the Malaysia Digital Dialogue Sabah 2022. And thank you. Please remain on stage for the presentation of memento. Please stand there. Don't come down first, okay? For the presentation of memento, I would like to invite Ms. Izana to present the memento to Yang Berhormat Senator Puan Noraini Idris, who will be receiving on behalf of our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Yaakob Khan, Sabah Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang Berhormat Senator, please remain on stage. And next, Ms. Izana will present the memento to Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Panglima Surveyor Haji Safar Untong, the Sabah State Secretary. Yang Berhormat, please remain on stage. And next, Ms. Izana will present a memento to Mr. George Tatim Tulas, the CEO of Sabah Credit Corporation. Mr. George, please remain on stage. And next, Ms. Izana will present a memento to Ms. Cassie Forsyth, representing the CEO of Sabah Tourism Board. And I also please request Ms. Cassie to remain on stage. And next, Ms. Izana will present a memento to Mr. Azman, representing the CEO of this beautiful building, the Sabah International Convention Center. Mr. Azman, I'm requesting you to also please remain on stage. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the SWEPA President, Madam Siti, will now present a memento to Ms. Izana Saleh, the MDEC Board of Director. Thank you, distinguished guests. Please remain on stage for a group photo. Thank you very much, distinguished guests. May I please request once again for Yang Berhormat and Ms. Izana to stay on stage, and the other distinguished guests may return to your seats. And to witness this auspicious ceremony, may I please invite Mr. Muhammad Rizwan Effendi and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Muhammad Rizal to come on stage to join Ms. Izana and the guests of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now witness an MOU exchange ceremony between four companies. The founder and CEO of E-Jasmine Sendirian Berhad, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Muhammad Rizal bin Muhammad Yusof, will exchange the MOU with Mr. Mazri Mahat, the CEO of Singsoft Sendirian Berhad. May I please request Mr. Mazli to remain on stage for the group photo taking session later. And now, the founder and CEO of E-Jasmine Sendirian Berhad, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Muhammad Rizal bin Muhammad Yusof, will now exchange the MOU with Mr. Fazrul Duli, the Director of Beta Maju Sendirian Berhad, also known as Tamuku. Thank you, Mr. Fazrul. Please remain on stage. And finally, the Director of Beta Maju Sendirian Berhad will now exchange the MOU with the Director of Baba Tour Sendirian Berhad, Mr. Stanley Liu. Mr. Liu, please remain on stage, and now we will be taking a group photo session. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause to E. Jasmine, Sings of Tamuku, and also Baba Tour. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished guests and guests of honor, all on stage, may now proceed to the foyer to tour the exhibition booths outside. Thank you very much.